I have to say that as it seems to be going smoothly from, Kieran Tierney is now, to Real Sociedad on loan, and it's almost as if people are people not asking the question, is there a story there? How can you get someone who is tipped to be the next Arsenal captain suddenly so far out of the picture that he's frozen out completely?
Yeah, he's clearly fell out with the manager. I think there's been a fallout there, Peter, behind the scenes, whether that's been in training or after a game. Something's been said or whatever, because when he first went into Arsenal, he was their best player. Arsenal were struggling. He was getting linked to Real Madrid and Man City for 40-50 million pounds. He's picked up a few injuries, of course, but I find it staggering that Mikel Arteta doesn't see him as part of his maybe 20-22 players. He can play left centre back as well, playing a 3, play left back, left wing back. There's obviously been a fallout there, but a great signing for Real Sociedad.
Yeah, absolutely. He's on loan for a year, but by the way, this is a club that lost the league. It was literally, they were the front runner, and if you look at that left-hand side, Zinchenko's a great player, but that left-hand side was suspect.
I agree with you. I don't know if there's been a fallout or if Kieran's frustrated like a game time, which I totally would get. But he's obviously not fitting into Mikel Arteta's plans. And I don't see it, Pete, because he's a brilliant player. You know what I think of him like, not only, defensively, but going forward. Great. And then it's sort of like under the radar that he's gone to Real Sociedad on the Champions League and it's La Liga. But I agree with Tam. I mean, there was a spell there where he could have went anywhere. There was talk of Man City, there was talk of Real Madrid. Maybe the injuries a little bit have curtailed him, but he's still an unbelievable player. And I'm telling you now, Arsenal fans are not happy with that. I've seen a few things on social media where they're really unhappy about Tierney being let go.
Yeah, the other thing about it is, I've been in his company on more than a few occasions. Kieran Tierney's not a boy roughie that I think's got an attitude problem.
No, he's certainly matured, for the early days when he came in to the Celtic team, and particularly when he went down to England, you could see physically matured as well. Again, it's all an individual. We're not privy to what's happening behind the scenes, but it certainly doesn't look as if he was getting on with the manager.
I think once Arteta gets something in his head, I don't know if he's watched the documentary on Amazon. He done the same with Lacazette and Aubameyang. As soon as he gets something in his head, he's...
Right, but I get that, Tom, right, because there's a bad attitude from those two players, but certainly not from Kieran.
No, I totally agree with that.
I don't get it. I don't see it. Kieran maybe hasn't got the soft feet that a Zinchenko would have, but he's got power and pace, and he's a brilliant defender. And you're right, he does sort of close the door on people. So maybe they have had a fallout and we don't know about it. We don't know.
Yeah,
I think Kieran will be really frustrated he hasn't played more.
I looked at it and I thought immediately there's a story there, but whether Kieran will want to tell it right now and wait maybe a year until he eventually gets his ticket out of Arsenal, maybe consistently playing well for Real Sociedad, I certainly hope so.